I'm choosing my words carefully because you may have watched our video about person-centered language. In reviewing those documents about the language that we should use in talking about people who are living with dementia, they recommend against using the word caregiver. The reason why we shouldn't use the word caregiver is that it implies that one person is giving and the other is receiving, and there's no reciprocal relationship there. Well, that may be true. Caring can be a very rewarding exchange for both parties. However, a lot of caring is really hard work. There's no question that it can take a toll physically, emotionally, spiritually, and financially. So I would hate to make the care partner feel badly that they are finding their caring journey difficult, or that they wish to complain about it or vent or share an aspect of it that's negative. I saw something else that was about caregiving, and it suggested that people reframe their caregiving experience. So instead of saying, I have to do something, say, I get to do something. That's a bit difficult if you're saying, instead of saying, I have to drive to this medical appointment 10 times a month, saying, I get to drive to this medical appointment 10 times a month. It would be hard to see that as a treat. It just seems a bit disingenuous to me that we should think about all those aspects of caring as being positive. I think you'd have to be pretty close to sainthood to consider them all positive. Some of it's tough. However, I think there's value to the hardship of caregiving. And here's an example. Over the weekend, I was stopping off to pick up some fast food. Don't judge me. I was. And I ran into somebody who was the spouse of someone who had been my patient. He had dementia with Lewy body, and he had a very difficult last few years of his life, especially the last couple of months. And Vera was a devoted care partner. But I hadn't actually seen her for a couple of years. I caught up with her, got to see pictures of her gorgeous grandchildren, and Vera shared with me that she continues to volunteer 3 days a week at the day program that Joe had attended when he was living with dementia. That's a huge commitment to people living with dementia. Effectively, Vera is still caring for people who are living with dementia. And this is a woman with a full life. She has kids, grandkids. There's a lot of things she could be doing with her time, but she's choosing to spend it in this way. And I think that if Vera hadn't had that experience of being Joe's caregiver, she might not have been inspired to do this work. She might not even know that it exists, but she does. And she's making a big difference in the lives of those people living with dementia. I was really inspired when she told me that story. It made me reflect on what it does mean to be a care partner. I feel like I'm peeling back layers of an onion and finding out different things about caregiving, and it's really giving me things to reflect on, and it's changing the way I look at caregiving within my own practice. I'd be really interested to hear what your experience is of caregiving and what you think about some of these suggestions about language and how we should frame the caregiving experience. Hey, it's Dr. Didyk checking in to see if you want more wrinkle. That didn't sound right. How about if you want more of the wrinkle? If you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up, and if you didn't like it, give it a thumbs down. There's a space below to leave comment, and you can always hit the little red rectangle to subscribe. There's lots more wrinkle over on Facebook as well at The Wrinkle Too. Thanks so much for joining us here today, and I'll see you again soon on The Wrinkle.